Hey guys, such a warmonger here, and you're watching 3 vs 3 Kingdom of Heaven. This is an attackers versus defenders scenario, player versus player, where the attackers have 45 minutes to try to bring the defenders' morale down to 0, and the defenders have to survive for 45 minutes or bring attacker morale down to 0. It happens. It's possible. Anyway, in player 1 blue, we've got Obelix playing as the Persians. In player 2 cyan, we've got such a warmonger, which is myself, playing as the Berbers. In player 3 green, we've got Peacethiew. Let's just call him Peace. He's playing as the Turks. Over on the defender side, we've got rerory. He's in gray, playing as the Britons. In player 5 orange, we've got Dominykas playing as the Italians. And player 6 red, we've got Darth Knox playing as the Britons. A lot of pings going on here. Me. Usually at the start of the game, I try to give some advice to players. You can see that's what I'm doing. Okay, so in this game, I'm going to cast it directly from the game. I'm not going to use Capture Age this time. Because I think that in this particular game, it's important to see the time of day, the morale, and the time left the whole time. Because it really comes into play. You can see it from the title. I mean, this was a... it came down to the wire. It was a very close game, so I kind of want to show you how that's possible to have an relatively evenly matched game. So anyway, we've got Peace. I'm trying to tell him that he needs to deploy his supply wagon. This thing. It looks like the scenario editor Ox wagon. Anyway, you need to deploy it in a 4x4 space, kind of like a town center with no elevation. So, I mean, I'm trying to do that here, though I am distracted. Because I really want him to do it, too. I mean, none of the attackers have deployed their wagon, but you can see here, Obelix is about to do it. There it is. That's how you deploy a wagon. So I'm kind of doing the same. I would need a 4x4 space. Looking for it, and there you go. So green has yet to do it, but eventually he will. But you can see, like, if we look at green's resources right now, you can see Obelix, we're starting to get food. I'm starting to get food. Green's still stuck here. See that? Over here on the bottom. He's not getting any food. So it's a little frustrating. But, you know, new players, sometimes that's just how it goes. I do encourage you to just play this more than once. First time you play, it might be a little jarring. Just even as a defender. Okay, so the attackers bring morale down by capturing points. All defenses, all like towers, gates, keeps, you can destroy them to bring morale down. So you can see over here on the, when I click them, you can see the morale value that they give you when they're destroyed. So even posterns like have morale values. So you can bring defender morale down by destroying them, or they have flags, and if you see a flag, that means you can capture it. So it takes 15 units from your side, not side. The player has to have 15 units within the capture zone, so this is a capture zone, without any enemy units being in the same zone. That's how you capture a point. So you have all of these little capturable zones here for It also gives you morale, so this is a 3 morale if you capture it. Even though you have like 2 towers and a gate here, which technically would be 9 morale, this only counts for 5 morale if you capture the gate. So that's another way to capture. But the best way to capture and bring defender morale down is by capturing one of 4 major points. So you got the Church of the Holy Sepulchre here. So you see this big flag. This is a big square here. Capture points here. So that's an instant minus 15 defender morale. And then a slow morale bleed. I think at this point it's every 30 seconds. So 1%. And that stacks. So if you capture this point, Dome of the Rock, that was Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And if you capture this, the Dome of the Rock, that's another 15% subtracted instantly. And then it stacks. There's another morale bleed for these. So then suddenly that's 2 morale every 30 seconds. And it's the same deal with the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Tower of David. So this thing and this thing. Except the problem with losing these as a defender is it also is your protection. So defenders train... These are stacked, so there's like 6 barracks here. 6 archery ranges, and then his Tower of David Keep. All of these structures train units. Same thing with this. You've got your best, most powerful units coming from this stable. And then more stacked barracks here, more archery ranges here. They're stacked. Plus a capturable mosque, which will let you train monks. And on top of that, they're even more important because they actually are your source of food. So there's 3 sources of food for the defenders that automatically give defenders res. So it just automatically goes up. It's this Al-Aqsa Mosque. It's the Syrian Exchange. So you see there's flags here. That's 10% morale damage. There's no morale bleed, but then this is a source of food, so it's still important. And then this is a source of food also. So those are, so this, Tower of David, along with the Al-Aqsa Mosque are the actual most important points to defend. And then, so you notice it's 8 p.m. right now. At 9 p.m. it's going to become nighttime. So if you look at the Fog of War, and you look at what rerory can see, suddenly he can't see his allies, because at nighttime you cannot see your allies. And your vision is reduced significantly. So we got Darth Nox deciding to make a nighttime sally. This is a large, impressive force of 19 men-at-arms, 22 spearmen, 37 longbowmen, well, archers, Welsh bowmen, 15 sergeants, and 6 Templar Knights. Oh, I guess 5 Templar Knights with 1 light cavalry. So, Obelix does not seem to be prepared for this, neither does Peace. By the way, Peace was finally able to deploy his supply depot. This is what Obelix sees. You always have to be prepared. Okay, you can't, like, you've just got, you have to be prepared for a sally. Okay, you can't just be like, I wasn't expecting it, so I'm dead. This game is not fair. You have to defend your camp. You can see how much damage that Darth Nox is making by sallying out. It looks like Obelix isn't even telling anybody at all that he needs help. That's the problem. This is a team game. You need to ask for help if you're under attack. You need to communicate your situation. In fact, Obelix, if you're watching this, that is your #1 criticism I have for you, is your lack of communication skills. You need to tell us where you're going, what you're doing, what your plans are. You just need to talk to us, man. Dominyk is thinking about joining the fray. Because the defenders are being ultra aggressive. Here's rerory also joining in the fray. You see, he's also being aggressive, except he's just got like 6 Turkopol horse archers. You got Dominyk coming in with a big chunk of units. 43 men all in all, with some sergeants included. This is a problem. So this is Dominyk distracting them with this force while he searches for important tents, and he can see them. Somehow he was able to scout these beforehand. And he's going straight for the command tent. So when the attackers lose a command tent, that is minus 15% morale for the attacking team. And it also causes a slow morale bleed. Also every 30 seconds until it's rebuilt. So now you can see that the attackers have lost a lot of morale. And now until Peace is able to rebuild his command tent, the attackers are going to start losing 1 morale every 30 seconds. That's another 10% morale removed. So elite tents, not as important, but they do remove 10% morale from the attackers. Let's watch this morale. Let's see if it goes down a little. It should in a minute. Actually, you know, it's not really going down. In fact, it went up because we killed Dominyk's whole force, and he rebuilt the command tent right away. So that wasn't a problem. So, and here comes Darth Nox with another force. Remember, it is nighttime. So Darth Nox sees. And I did send men to try to help. I'm chasing this big chunk of cavalry, but I ran away for some reason. It's a good move by Darth Nox. He's got his... I'm not sure if he's actually... Oh no, okay, he has infantry. Darth Nox is pulling back. This is the right move from him. You want to maintain as many knights as possible. You know, these guys aren't cheap, especially in food. Oh my gosh, Dominyk has a large force coming in to raid. But during all this time, we had Obelix sneak attacking this gate. He brought it all the way down to a little below half health. So good move on Obelix's part. But the main story right now is Dominyk looking for an opening. Let's take a look from his side. It's 2 in the morning. This is what he sees. Looking for that opening. Looking for where my tents might be. These are the dangers of nighttime. We got a little skirmish going here. You can wonder why all of these horse archers are just getting bullied by these 2 units. It's because every single range unit in the game has minimum range of 3, except for Berber. These guys. These are the only ranged unit in the game that have no minimum range. Anyway, Dominyk is still looking. Still looking. I don't want to lose my Kasaki because these guys are expensive. I'm gonna lose one though. I'm gonna lose another. Dominyk, wondering what he should do. He just realizes now that he's trapped with a big chunk of food here. So he's got to get some value out of this. I've got my Mamluks here, which have 1 range and 4 attack speed, so that's very slow attack speed. But they do have, they do well against levy units though, so they are very useful in this fight. And they also do especially well in cramped areas because of their 1 range. I am doing my best to repair my gate. Interesting. I destroyed that rock with arrows. That's kind of weird. Well, whatever. Also, somehow I accidentally damaged this gate. I think it's from friendly fire. But you got the one range coming into play with these spearmen. Even though they have a very slow attack speed of 4.2, they are attacking the Elite 10 and trying to bring it down. I'm killing my own gate here, but let's see if I can save it. And I do start saving it. It's finally daytime. So now everyone can see their allies again. That's good news for the attackers, since there was a lot of fear going on at nighttime. Big group here trying to be attacked by Peace. I finally take care of this little Sally. But for some reason, my when these Camel archers miss their shots and hit the gates, they do a lot. They do a lot of damage. Now we got an engagement here. Bunch of medium and heavy cavalry. This is a very expensive group of food. You can see that they are blocking arrow shots. We got a little field battle going on. Obelix coming in to support with his cavalry, looking to take out the archers because of their minimum range, but backs off wisely. Doesn't want to lose as much. Now we've got the engagement. The defenders are forced to pull back. Meanwhile, Peace forces his way through the Damascus gate and captures it. The defenders let that happen by accident, most likely. And now Peace has access to go inside and start capturing points. And the defenders are also forced to pull back through David's gate and let their arrows and archers take care of taking all these bad guys out. And by bad guys, I mean the attackers. Peace has successfully captured, and now he's slaughtering some archers that have minimum range. He's doing a good job splitting the defenders between 2 points. Darth Nox is forced to pull back his forces. They better be careful, because if Peace heads towards the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, that could be an early morale damage. Northern towers were captured. Peace is doing a good job trying to cause chaos within the city, while the Tower of David has calmed down, though, so the attack has stalled. And now the siege has begun. The attackers are starting to besiege the Tower of David with trebuchets. Darth Nox trying to take control back. He was successfully took control back of the Damascus Gate to avoid the enemy pouring through even more. I think Peace is wondering why he's attacking slowly. I'm not sure what the question is exactly, but he is inside the city, causing havoc. How did these guys get in again? Although they are Levy infantry, basically Eastern Swordsmen, they're gonna get slaughtered. All of these, this heavy cav and medium cav, make short work of them. Obelix starting to work on the the western wall of the city. And I don't mean this western wall of the Temple Mount. I mean the western wall of the city. I didn't even realize that at one point, this tower was captured by the defenders. I wasn't sure if it was Obelix or Peace, but you have Peace making a pilgrimage around the walls for some reason. Not sure what that's about. Obelix making another proxy base, I guess northeastern distraction base, to try to spread the defenders thin. This is a good move. And he should pay attention to what he's doing though. He should like work on this next. Here I am trying to harass the archers. You can see the spread fire working. So the way projectiles work are anything the projectiles hit, they will affect or be affected by. So if they hit a wall, they'll be affected by the wall. They won't pass through the wall. Instead, they'll damage the wall a little bit. If they hit a tree, they'll just disappear. If they hit your own units, you will kill your own units. It looks like Dominykas doing a good job taking care of this northern attack. I do believe that these knights are gonna win handily against these eastern swordsmen. Dominykas holding the breach with spearmen together with Dominic, so this is good. Taking control of the situation. Meanwhile, I'm still bombing the Tower of David with trebuchet fire. Alright. Unfortunately for me, I didn't notice this. I could have stopped Dominic from getting more wood. But Dominykas did clear this area of battering rams, stopping the danger of an attack from the northeast. He's doing a good job reacting where he needs to be. That's what you need to do as a defenders. Don't be so static. You need to recognize where the enemy is going to assault you and try to destroy you, and then be there to stop him. And beware of distractions. We've got two spies here, actually. Mine and Peace's. Trying to see what's going on there. Now, these spearmen are in the low ground, but because of their one range and lack of archer fire, they are going to do well in blocking this area. Looks like someone scouted out that there's a proxy base up in the north. You can see how the arrows work. It's a spread fire. Yeah, that's 35 accuracy for any bow units in the whole game. Except for Britons have higher accuracy at 40 for their archers. Well, actually, I think it was just attack speed. I don't know, I don't remember. Obelix resuming the attack. It's a good move. I'd be wondering what this guy is. That's a Hashashin Pidai. Only the Britons can make him. And they can see well at night. That is their power. Here I come! Making a push against the first push against the Tower of David, because I do have an excess of food and I don't want to earn extra food without using it. So I am okay with sending some men to die and trading food, my attack of food, for the defender's food. That's my objective right now. It also distracts the enemy and forces them to focus here to maybe give my allies a chance to push through in the north. But Dominykas is doing a good job. He is responding to the call that we found their proxy base and he's going to destroy it. I am trying to push through. We can look at the food now. We got rerory at 3,000, a very healthy amount. Darth Nox, very low, probably because he's focused on cavalry. And Dominic, a healthy 2,700. We got Peace out of food, and Obelix at a healthy 3,800. So let's take a look at Peace out of food. Like, what did he use his food on, honestly? Did he just buy too many levy units and throw them away? That's possible. I'm asking the attackers to capture this tower so that it stops bothering us. What's Obelix doing? I don't know. Anyway, the attack has stalled. That's a good question from Peace. He's wondering how you get more food as an attacker. Basically, you need to keep your supply depot alive. Then you'll automatically get food. Obelix is aiming to capture Tancred's tower, which is a good move. It'll further bolster attacker morale, which we might need at this point. But here I am battering down David's gate with my own battering ram. The fastest way to take a gate down is definitely a battering ram. It is so effective at taking gates down. But Tancred's tower is captured by Obelix successfully, and now he's headed towards the other capture points. At this point, I do have 7 trebuchets, I believe. Yes, working on the keep of rerory, so you gotta be careful of that as a defender. You probably need your allies helping repair the buildings too, but the David's gate does go down. Oh, Dominic looks like he wants to take back Tancred's tower, but Peace is fighting back. Rerory's keep is about to go down very soon. It's just a matter of time. And there he goes. So some of the new features that I really am proud of is when something goes down, like a gate or a tower or a keep, it leaves behind rubble. So you can see there's rubble at David's gate, there's rubble at one of these towers, and you can see there's even rocks that kind of cause areas to not be passable. But Obelix is gunning for the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. He wants to bring defender morale low. Peace is trying to help support him, and they're actually very close to capturing it. But you do have 4 elite Hospitaller Knights here trying to hold the line. Let's see if they can make sure that the enemy doesn't capture it. There's a big cap charge here on the left. Heavy cavalry versus heavy cavalry. From Darth Nox. What was he headed towards? Maybe he was headed towards the trebuchets. I don't know, but he is pulling back. Although his cavalry are killing a lot of weaker units. Archers. And things like that. But he split his forces and he's pulling back with the majority of his cavalry. Which is the right move. He wants to preserve as much spent food as possible. You can see every time a javelin hits these heavy knights, the 1 armor is taken away. And that's the power of these horse skirmisher type units. You got Obelix still fighting for the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, still trying to take it. Defender's still able to successfully defend it. And now Darth Nox is trying to plug the gaps with his infantry. He was able to pull back with his majority, actually half. It looks like half of his cavalry was lost. Heavy and medium cavalry. You can see the mood is changing to fall, which kind of signifies that the sun is slowly setting. Obelix still unable to take this point. You know what I think it is? I think it's a lack of gold units. So he needs to mix in some Mamluks, some heavy cavalry there. So let's look at Obelix's resources. He's got 1,820 gold. He should be spending that on gold units. Gulams, Mamluks, even heavy cavalry. Anything to help turn the tide. Instead, he's just losing a lot of levies. But here's another big cavalry engagement. Looks like heavy knights versus heavy Iobid cavalry, but with the support of these horde skirmishers, these knights are going down rather quickly. And now, my cavalry is going to rampage around the map inside the city and try to capture points. We've only got 14 real-world minutes left. It's 8 p.m. and the sun is going to set soon. What does that mean for the attackers? That means there's not a lot of time left to try to bring defender morale down. Defenders are still at a healthy 66% morale. Capturing little points like this ain't gonna cut it. We need to capture one big point. A big point like the Church of the Holy Sepulchre or the Tower of David. Now the mood is changing to nighttime, and you can see it is the fog of war. Now no one can see their allies. Dominykas is trying to repair Darth Nox's castle, or his keep. And the defenders are holding on. 13 minutes. I think they can taste the victory, but they are losing points. They are losing the Posture of the Magdalene. Losing outer defenses. So what the attackers are trying to do is a good move. Trying to distract them, trying to make them pull forces away from important places like the Church of the Holy Sepulchre or the Tower of David. Capturing even more points. Now I took the Gate of Jehoshaphat away. Now we took another tower away. It's hard to play as a defender at nighttime, same as the attackers. Communication is key, everybody. Everybody needs to communicate. And be aggressive. So Obelix, let's see what he's got. He's got 750 food, a lot of gold floated. Missed opportunities, Obelix. You need to, if you're listening, if you're watching, make some gold units. Muster a lot of power so you can make these big attacks with big columns of men. Kind of like what I'm doing. Look how many Mamluks I've got. If we look at my point of view, I did capture the Syrian Exchange. That is a minus 10% morale from the attackers. On top of that, that's food lost until they take it back. So, by the way, these Hashashin Fidai, you can see, compared to his allies, look at how far these Hashashin can see at night. So these are very effective units at nighttime, and they don't do bad. 4 attack seems like not a lot, but they have a 1.5 attack speed, which is it's just blisteringly fast attack speed. And grouped well together like this, they can actually take out elite units very quickly as well. Things like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that rerory made a very good raid into Peace's command tent. At the cost of maybe 4 knights? It's not a bad exchange. Now he's going for the supply depot. Although I don't think he's going to get it. But that was just a temporary loss of food for the defenders because they took the Syrian Exchange back. And are forcing my cavalry to run around. So you can see I am gathering a lot of Mamluks here. I've got 41 Mamluks, so this is what you need to do, Obelix, or anybody watching. Build up your gold unit numbers, and then top it off with your levy unit, cheap levy units. Instead, Obelix trying to force the issue with these guys. Also, he's got 5 trebuchets within range of the Tower of David Keep, because they have 55 range, and they are not firing. So he needs to move by a spy to help with that. That's another mistake. And here I am, still trying to pull forces away from the front, capturing gates everywhere. Obelix running away with some archers because his levy, pathetic, puny levy force was not able to make a dent in a force full of knights. I mean, these guys, these Hospitaller Knights, Teutonic Knights, Templar Knights, they will chew levy units up. You need Ghulams or you need Mamluks to try to help with that. Or you need Cavalry. And here I am, trying to escape with my Cavalry. I want to get out of here. I want to leave the city. So how do I leave the city? Well, I capture the gate and leave through the gate. I want to pull my men back. I don't want to be trapped in the city anymore. Meanwhile, Obelix still running around with his infantry, keeping control of these northern defenses, which is good. That's good. We basically control all outer defenses. But Darth Nox, right back at it, taking these southern defenses back. And here I am, making my push. This is what Dominyk can see. You can see all this rubble left behind from the destroyed keeps. And I'm making my push towards the Tower of David. Not enough people here. Not enough people to defend. But you see, Dominyk is pinging it. He's probably telling his allies, we need to get in. We need to fight back. Also, they're pinging in this group of levy units. Obelix is attempting a pincer movement on the Church of the Holy Sepulchre at the same time that I'm attacking the Tower of David. This is a good move from the attackers. Here I come in, flooding through the two breaches, trying to head towards the gate. Just bunch up here to block any reinforcements from coming in. That is the way you take Tower of David. And now the defenders are in trouble. No more repairing this castle while my men are here. Also, defenders unable to come inside because I'm blocking the gates. And any units being trained here, even though they're stacked. There's 6 stacked barracks here, but it's not enough. I'm telling you. If you shove your units right up against these barracks, they're not going to be able to make reinforcements fast enough to try to save it. And then now we've got Obelix trying to make another play. But like I said earlier, it's just levy units, so they are not going to be able to fight those knights. Those knights are too strong. There's one unit left protecting this whole tower. He has died, and now the Tower of David is under attacker control. Now that was minus 15%, and now it's causing a morale bleed. You can already see the effects of it happening here. But you got a massive archers from Darth Nox. This is a huge number of archers. They are pulling back. They do understand there's only 6 minutes left in the game. All they have to do is hold on to this 33% morale. See what they can do to keep it alive. These, what do I see from the attackers? Just range units right here. That's not going to cut it. Now it's the last 6 minutes of the game. It is 4 in the morning. I don't see any units hanging around outside anywhere else in the city. Just some rally points from Dominyk. But this is the right move from the defenders. Rally all units. Calling all units in the city. Muster. Rally to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It is 4 a.m. It's turning into daytime. And now the allies can see each other. They can see, okay, we're all here. Let's just defend the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. We can do it. We are bleeding morale, but I don't think 30 seconds times 5 is enough to bring us down and make the attackers win. We can hold here. The only chance of the attackers to win, I don't know. It's to either miraculously punch a hole through to the Dome of the Rock right here. That's not going to happen. Unless they accidentally let us in. The only move of the attackers now, really, is to maybe take the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, but the defenders know it. The defenders know it. They're rallying. They're sending all their forces inside this capture point. Let's look at the resources. We've got peace out of food. Maybe I could have given him food if he asked. What is this? We just die, relax. I guess I could have given food to him if I knew he was low. Obelix, what's he doing? He's sending trebuchets. They're not really gonna do much. Peace is sending the rest of his forces. Obelix doesn't even have any forces. Let's take a look at Obelix. What is his population? 46. And he is not making any more. Oh, 60. Here we go. He's finally starting to make units. But at this point in time, it looks like it's just me. I am the only person trying to push through to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I'm trying to pour arrows into here. But it's such a strong position because, first of all, you've got the church itself blocking shots. So you can't even fire at units inside from here. You have to attack from here for the arrows to reach here, which I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pour missiles into this group of archers. But now, Peace coming in with reinforcements. Obelix trickling in. 3 minutes left in the game. Defenders at 11% morale. What else could we have captured? I don't know. Maybe this. Maybe somebody. Maybe me. I could have sent some cavalry here. I could have sent cavalry here to maybe capture these points. That would have brought defender morale even lower. Maybe I could have captured the Syrian Exchange. That's 10% morale I didn't think about. I probably could have done that to try to win. In fact, actually, if I at defenders at 9% morale, if I sent these men here, I probably would have won the game right there and then. 3 minutes. Instead, I am laser focused on capturing the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I didn't even think about it. It would have been so easy for me to just send these men here. They're not even protecting it, but now there's a group of men-at-arms or swordsmen protecting it. Actually, they're just leaving. I don't even know what they're doing. 2 minutes left in the game. I've got blinders on, horse blinders. I just think I have to capture this. I have to capture this. I have to capture this. You can even see me caps lock, saying that's what I need to do. Oh, I have a group of men here. Dominykas sees the danger. He sees the danger. He's protecting the Syrian Exchange. These knights are not going anywhere. They are superior. Obelix coming in, swinging in, heading towards the Sepulchre right here. 2 minutes left in the game. What is this? Dominykas, quick thinking, recapturing multiple points to keep his morale up. It's not gonna happen, guys. Obelix still inside, but there's just too many knights. 68 ticks left in the game. This was a disaster. Well, not a disaster, a close fight, but my blinders kept me from realizing that this was the play. Capturing other parts of the map was the play, and I didn't think about it. Look at all those shots hitting this building. Oh, wow. 32, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25 ticks left. It's impossible. We can't kill this many units. And now, even if I capture the Syrian Exchange, there's units right here rallying in it. They're taking all of these points back. Defenders have won the game. Oh, a valiant defense. Very good teamwork on the side of the defenders. Let's take a look at the killed units. The KD had the most kills right here. Dominykas on his side doing the same, but Dominykas right there with him. Rerory. All of the defenders had excellent KD. Peace, not bad, but Obelix, ton of levy units, not enough gold units, losing way too many. Giving the defenders actually morale. Did you know that if you lose 30 units compared to the defenders, if you have 30 more dying units, that you give the defenders morale. But the attackers only need to kill 10 to get morale back. So losing engagements actually is also a part of the game that you need to think about. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a pretty close game. If you think about it, there were many moments where the attackers could have won, and there were just a few missteps. And you even had rerory still raiding. I didn't even notice this was happening. He was raiding Obelix. Very good defender effort, and it paid off. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.